Hello, loyal fans and subscribers. Needmore Fanboy here. You might be asking, what is this? A Pokemon battle? Haven't seen one of these in an eternity. Well, I've been into a slump again. I haven't had many Pokemon battles. The only ones I've had have been, one-sided or really long and boring and stuff. But this is a bit long and stally, but it's actually pretty good. I didn't think it would be because the guy challenged me to a no restrictions battle, and when someone does that, it's usually someone using in-game Ubers, but no, this is actually a solid team, so I was thrown off guard. I kind of went into the battle admittingly underestimating my opponent, which, it's not a good thing to do, but I'll admit I did it, because like I said, he challenged me to a no restrictions battle, which is usually them. They're usually not even always level 100. They're usually like 80s and stuff, but it's actually just a solid team, level 100 battle. So, let's get started. The battle already started and I haven't been narrating. He led with Fortresses. I had thought he might, but I didn't lead with Manectric like I wanted to in prediction that he would do that. So he gets up his Stealth Rocks and his Spikes. I went for Earthquake to see how much damage it did. It didn't do nearly as much as I'd hoped, so I switch out here because I knew he would Rapid Spin right now, and I would be able to KO him with Flamethrower. But the layer of Spikes and Stealth Rocks already took a chunk off my Manectric, which shouldn't have happened had I led with it like I wanted to, but didn't think would be necessary. But it was. So Mega Evolve here. Get the Intimidate off, because it's totally important. Flamethrower here, and take it out, no problem. Now he sends in Skogoro, and unfortunately I do not have Hidden Power Ice on this Manectric because I don't gen my Pokemon or salve, hack, whatever. But I'm gonna have to retrain that Manectric. It's gonna take a long time, but I need Hidden Power Ice on that thing because that thing just completely stops my Mega Manectric. I was worried this would be a Charizard X, so I switched into Blastoise. I knew if he was Y, he could predict that and go for Solar Beam. He is Y, to my dismay. Then again, if he was X, he could have potentially Dragon Danced, which would have been bad as well. So, fortunately, he does Mega Evolve, go Y, and Flamethrower does a whole bunch of damage in the sun. I protect here just to make sure he does have Solar Beam. That's right, he does. I'm pretty sure he'll go for it again, so I switch out to my Crobat, who double resists the Solar Beam. And he's a bulky Crobat, so it shouldn't do any damage. But the Stealth Rock, I'm almost positive the Stealth Rock does far more damage than the Solar Beam does. No, Solar Beam does like twice as much almost. I don't know how this Charizard is so powerful. Protect just because, not only to recover some in order to stand a chance at surviving that Flamethrower, but to wear out the sun, which is absolutely pivotal in this struggle. So I hit him with Toxic, he goes for a Flamethrower, gets a crit, and takes me out. I don't know if the crit mattered because, like I said, this Charizard is unbelievably powerful. Just OHKOing Pokemon left and... well, not OHKOing at all, but KOing Pokemon left and right. So, okay, between the spikes and the stealth rock, I'm figuring I'm low enough that I can probably be one-hit KO'd by a, not one-hit KO'd again, but KO'd by an air slash, so I protect there to get a little more from leftovers. Now, I'm thinking, did the sun go down already? If not, it goes down right here, so I figured he would switch out here. He doesn't. He goes for flamethrower, which I figured I would live no problem because the sun's down, but no! It takes out Blastoise before I can get off my rapid spin. That threw off the whole plan. If he had enough power to take me out, I don't know why he even bothered going for Roost. Because he could have just easily destroyed me right there. When I had even less health than I did there, the sun was down already. I remember that now. Couldn't seem to remember it at the time. Anyway, I go for a return, take it out with the Scarf Diggersby. But like I said, he KO'd my guy there, which I completely threw off my plan. Now I'm just going, by sheer luck, I guess. I didn't want to switch anything into Tentacruel because I didn't know what it would do, so I stayed in. Figured a return would KO it because, it's Diggersby, and Tentacruel is one of the most physically frail Pokemon I know. I don't take it out though, and it immediately decimates me with one Scald. Does, whatever. I figured he'd switch into his guy, maybe, his, this thing, Skogoro again. And because I still don't have Hidden Power Ice, I have to switch out again to Skarmory. And it's right now that I can tell this Gliscor has absolutely nothing to touch my Skarmory. I think I set up another layer of spikes again, but I might go for Drill Peck. I think I go for Drill Peck, which is good because this Dragonite's multi-scale breaks right now, which is quite beneficial. And it's a Dragon Dance one, so I'll be able to roar him out next turn, because I figured he would probably just continue Dragon Dancing forever until he can hit me hard with Outrage, but he has Fire Punch. Even at +1, it doesn't look like it does too much, so I roar him out, get rid of that +1, and out to this Whimsicott. I didn't know what this Whimsicott wanted to do. I had no idea, but I figured it probably couldn't touch me. So I stayed in. It goes for a Leech Seed, which is unbelievably beneficial on his part. I go for Roost. Recover quite a bit. Then here I get a glimpse of my first Leech Seed. I'm not looking at exactly how much damage it's doing to me, I'm just looking at the percentage-wise, how much the green bar moves. And I see it doesn't look like it does too much, so I figured the only real problem it's doing is regaining my opponent's health. So I gotta figure out see, that does hardly any percentage on the health bar, so I figured my best option is getting rid of substitutes or whatever. I think at this point all he revealed he had was Leech Seed and Substitute. It is now, I think, that I either go for Roost again or possibly switch out to Zarathustra. Okay, I do switch out to Zarathustra. But because I couldn't Rapid Spin, I take unbelievable damage from this entry hazard. Substitute, which is probably the worst option that could have happened. Goes for Toxic instead of Leech Seed, which I think in retrospect Leech Seed would have been much better on his part, but I'm not complaining. Flamethrower will definitely break the sub. So it's revealed that this Elfin has Toxic, Substitute, Leech Seed. And right there it's revealed he also has Protect. So if I had Taunt, this thing would be much easier to deal with, but I do not have Taunt on this team. So as you can imagine, this thing is going to be a severe problem. Zarathustra goes down. And all I have left is Skarmory and Big Goron. And I knew Big Goron would die to both Dragonite and, what's his name? Gliscor. And I knew his Whimsicott didn't have a grass move or anything, so Big Goron wasn't too much, I didn't really have much to lose by sending out Golem. But since he Leech Seeded me, I wanted to try, Rock Slides just to get a little damage. But between the Protects, the Leftovers, the Leech Seed, the Substitutes, I just can't. It's too much of an uphill battle, so I switch out to Skarmory here. Because the Leech Seed is such a problem. Speaking of Leech Seed, there it is. Drill Peck here just to hopefully take it out. I didn't think it would. It does over half, remarkably, but it's still alive, so it's going to get all that HP right back. Pretty much, Leftovers plus Leech Seed. Goes for Substitute. I might go for Roost. Maybe Drill Peck again. Okay, Roost right away, because I am at half health. It's here that I remember that Roar goes through Substitute, so I think soon I go for Roar. Roar not only goes through Substitute, but it goes through Protect as well, so I think I go for that right now. There's the Protect. There's the Roar. Out to Dragonite. Does a lot of damage, but because of the confounded Leech Seed, he's going to get all that right back, pretty much. He goes for Roost, unfortunately, but I half predicted that, so I went for Roar again. Which is good, get that out of here. Out to Gliscor, which is an awesome opponent for my Skarmory because he absolutely cannot touch me. The only problem, of course, is the Leech Seed. It's, like I said, it's not doing too much to me, but it is recovering them, so I'm going to have to figure out a way to KO the Dragonite because it's threatening to both my remaining Pokemon, and kill the Whimsicott before it can Leech Seed me somehow. Otherwise, I might be able to do something against this Gliscor, which, it KOs Golem in one hit, same with the Dragonite, presumably. So my Skarmory is pretty much my ticket to winning now. It's protecting, I'm roosting and setting up spikes. Because he's at full health. I'm not even worried about that, because there's no point in attacking him while he has Poison Heal, Leech Seed, and Protect and stuff. Sends in Dragonite again, takes that Stealth Rock. Fortunately, I go for Roar, so that thing's getting whittled down very nicely. The Whimsicott comes right back out, takes all that spike damage and the Stealth Rock damage. I know for a fact he's going to Protect here, so I go for the Roar. Because next time upon re-entry it should faint, or at least come remarkably close. Or maybe not, it looks like he's at the exact same health. There's the Protect, there's the Roar. Dragonite comes back in. Stones dig in. Leech Seed does way too much. Fire Punch does way more, way more than I was expecting it to. Roar again though, so that's good because now the Dragonite will die upon re-entry, no questions asked. Now I'm in a pretty good spot, so all I have to do is roost and... oh wait, the Leech Seed took me out! Yeah, I was not expecting that almost as much as the Flamethrower taking my Blastoise out. Because of that, the battle's already over. I mean, it's kind of been over for a long time, but that was my last chance. Right there. The Whimsicott and the Dragonite would have both died upon re-entry. So all I would have had to do was get up that roost. But no, the Leech Seed did all 39 of my hit points, so that was it. That was game right there. Because that, the Gliscor could not touch me. So yeah, right there. That Leech Seed was way too overwhelming. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to have to try to retrain my Manectric to get a HP Ice, but I don't know how long that's going to take. I absolutely refuse to gen Pokemon or whatever. So, yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. This was a pretty good battle. I didn't expect it to be, so I'm glad it was this. I'm kind of glad. I'm not glad at all how unexpected the Charizard and the Leech Seed ended up being. But I can't complain, I guess, because it was a pretty good return to battling. Like I said, I've been in a slump, and I imagine that slump will continue. So, I mean, I will be uploading videos when I have battles that are good, so I'm not abandoning it by any means, but just the circumstances that there haven't been too many good battles lately. Hopefully that changes, but I can't promise anything. I am promising to try to get a new Manectric for everyone that cares. And, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Goodbye, and thanks for watching.